So the Lots of Happiness card kit comes with 20 cards already, and I'm going to show you today how to add a kit on to make 20 additional cards that look completely different from this with the very same pieces from the kit. So there's the kit. Again, this is what the cards look like in the kit. We've got the details of the instructions here. Right here, so you can see the 5 cards that you'll be making with your kit, and 5 different greetings, which is why I picked this kit, because it's just so diverse as far as what you can do. So what I've done for my add-on kit is I have picked a set of punches. These are punches from my collection, a 2-inch punch, a 2 1/4-inch punch, label punches, 3 different label punches, and you're gonna see those used on each of the cards. Then I also picked a palette. I wanted to pick the colors that were represented in the pencils. And so here the pencils are. There's a light green, a dark green, olive, and raspberry, and positively pink. And so I picked a designer paper, and this is the all dressed up or dressed something or another designer series paper. Such cute patterns. It's 6 by 6, so easy to use. And then I picked 5 colors that would also blend with those with this designer paper. So as you can see, a completely different look. So let me also show you different techniques that you can do with your pencils. So I'm going to put that out of the way and just put these out of the way for now. And I want to get started on my very first card. So, all right. So the first card that we're going to do is we're going to make this card. And I think this actually looks like a piece of designer paper, but it's been stamped with the stamps that come with this kit. So let me start by stamping that really quickly. I'm using black ink. The black ink comes in the kit as well. I'm using a little bit bigger one just because I can. I'm just going to stamp this a few times on here. Maybe turning it a little bit, maybe not, and then add a cute little one in the middle, this other one. So there you go. I've got a quick stamped image. I've already gone ahead and colored some of it just to show you what it would look like with these pencils. I'm going to kind of color quickly because I think that's a boring thing to watch someone color, but I think it's important to know how to color as best you can. I don't know if you can see, but I'm trying to use my pencil going in and out as opposed to across, and I'm going to color with my lighter pink each of these little petals. I don't have to be super careful because they're not very distinct. I'm going to use my lightest green to go ahead and fill in all of the greenery. That's a real quick thing to do. A few leaves here and a little flower. I got a little pink flower over there as well. And then I'm going to do my these little berries or whatever you call them. I'm going to color those in with the raspberry just to give it a little more darkness. Another technique you can do is kind of go over top of some filigree or leaf work or whatever you want to call it, just add a little bit there. So I think that looks great, but I could do one more thing to this, which I think will actually even make it look better, and that is bringing in my aqua painter. And when I bring that in, I'm going to just stay with one color, and so I'll do all of those around here and around here, and you get the idea. So I'm doing all the darkest colors first, the edges of that. Then I'm going to kind of wipe it off and then start in with the lighter color. So now I'm doing everything that's a light pink, and you can see I just can add the water on here really quickly, and just a touch of water. We don't need a lot of water, but I think that really adds in. I do want to add a little bit of dark color of the green to my leaves before I put watercolor on those, because I love how that blends and makes the leaves look a little bit different color. So you can see how it actually looks more like a watercolor painting than pencils. So that's the beauty of the watercolor pencils, is you can just make them look so artistic. So there's the piece that's there, and we've almost made our own designer series paper. That piece goes onto here. Now I've used almost exclusively the Parisian Flourish embossing folder on all of these pieces. I love this embossing folder. I don't know if you can see the shape of it, but I just love the techniques here. So all these cards are going to feature that as well. and they will come already embossed for you when you purchase the kit. So that piece goes on there, and then this piece goes on here, and then it's time for me to just add a greeting. When I add my greetings, what I like to do is I like to stamp them first. I think that's the best way to get the image in the right spot. But you can do it the other way because you can see through these stamps, and so that works out just fine. And now I just have to find the right one that I want to use. Oh goodness, I'm not finding the right one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll use this one. We'll use this one for right now. And we'll just say thank you. Oh, yeah, nice. I can see a nice image on there. We'll do that. And then I think we'll punch it with, I think this time we'll use this punch. These will all actually come to you punched the way you see them on the project. But anyway, so here we are. There we've got a punched image, a little bit of ribbon, and voila, we have a finished card using that one stamping technique. All right, so there we go. There's the finished card with happiest birthday to you. So there we go. All right, that's one. The second one we're going to do is this thank you card. And again, I've used the Parisian embossing folder to give you a little bit of a technique there, or a texture. Texture, that's the word I'm looking for. Sorry about that. And then I've used the label punch here. That's going to go there. So the only thing we need to do next is to stamp our words. And again, we can use those same words that we just had. Thank you. And stamp them on here. And punch them out. And this time, I guess, we'll use that same punch again. We'll punch them out. It fits really, really nicely in there. And so I like to do it this way. And there we are. Card number 2 is ready to go. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you how to use your pencils to accent some words. So on this particular piece, I'm going to take the Positively Pink pencil, and I'm just going to go over top of these words. Very gently, just coloring in a little bit. And this, just giving it a little bit of an accent. And so there's another way that you can use your pencils, is just to accent some extra words. So there you go. So there's, and here again is the finished card with it accented. All right, so that's 2 cards, super fast. The next one I'd like to show you is this one, where we're using the lots and lots of happy that we're sending along. And I'll show you how we'll do that one. So I've got my pieces here all ready to go. I just love this designer paper and the variety of things that are in it. It's just been so much fun to do. All right, so we'll take that one, and again, we'll ink up those words. Lots and lots. Okay, and we'll use this label punch and line it up well right there. Okay, and now I'm going to grab a ruler, and I'm just going to take my darker green, which is olive, and I'm going to put lines on here. So I'm going to hold it down. I love a clear ruler so I can see where I'm doing. So I'm just going to add a line across there, and then I'm going to add a line across here at the bottom, kind of accenting those words. And then I'm going to go twice in the middle, kind of eyeball it here to get a line there, and then another line right here. And there, I've got a cute little accent that adds a lot of pizzazz without much effort at all. So there's our second card. Super, super easy. And then let's bring in our next card. It's called I'm Here. I'm Always Here for You. And that one has, of course, I've taken a piece of foil and used that Parisian Flourish embossing folder on there. I've already cut a circle as a backing with the 2 1/4 inch punch, and I'll be using the 2 1/2 inch punch to do my little circle here. And so I'm here for you. And let's see, I'm here for you. Here's that all inked up and ready to go. Stamp it here. Ah, beautiful. And grab my 2 inch punch and punch that out. All right, there we go. All right, so now you can see on here that I have extra little stamping around the edges. And so I want to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to take the floral stamps that we had and ink that up. Here we are. And I'm just going to pick different spots of that. Here, I'll just do that right on top of this piece. Just little, so you can see it better. Just little flourishes. So you see I've done that little piece there. And oh, I love this little, oh, there's a cute little flower that I would like to have right there. Let's see, I think some more leaves over on this side would be nice. And then, let's see, and then just maybe some of the, oh, just some of the little green filigree kind of pieces up there. So there we go. So now I've gotten that all stamped, and we can again use the colored pencils to fill in the leaves and do that. I'm sure you know how that works. That gets laid on here once it's done. And this ribbon, really simple on this ribbon. It's just a zigzag. So I'll take a zigzag like that. Use a little bit of glue to hold that down. A couple of dimensionals on here. And I've got that cute little look of the zigzag ribbon on there. So here's the finished card after I've added just a touch of the coloring. I also went in and added a little bit of accent around the words. So I just kind of did a little shading on the words there too. So that's number 4. So I have one more to show you. And here we are. Here's the card. It's You Deserve the Best. And that's again in our circle. I've got more of these cute little purses. I just love all the things in this designer series paper. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of white paper and find the You Are the Best. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I'm going to ink that up right here. Let's see. There we go. Ah, good, 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 good. And again, I'm going to grab that 2-inch punch, center that, and I've got that piece. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a watercolor wash with my colored pencils. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly go over top of this. It's always good to let this dry just a little bit before you put water onto it. So we may or may not do well today because I'm kind of rushing here. But anyway, so I've just got that little bit of a wash. Darker in the center, a little darker because I want it to fade out onto the sides. So I've colored that. And I'm going to bring my aqua painter back in again, right here. And I'm just going to very gently blend the edges. I don't know if you can see, I'm just kind of blending the edges first, just to give it that softness. And then I'll come in and go over the center. Got a little bit of bleeding going on, but not too much. There we go. And so now I have a nice soft look. And then I can go in also here and add some of this darker pink to the words to give them a pretty, just a pretty look. So there we go. So there we go. So then I put that together like this. And we can add a bow on the top. And by the magic of television, here's the finished card. So there you go. There are 5 brand new cards that you can get in this kit. You would make 4 of each of them, and they'll use all the products that you've already gotten in this fabulous kit. So I hope you enjoy. And also there'll be a tutorial with all of the sizes that will provide you all the sizes and all the cutting, so you can then go on to use different colored paper and different designer paper to make even another look far beyond what I've done for you here. So enjoy!